record here. And you all can, I know you can see my screen because I got it up on the other computer that you can see my screen. All right, I am excited that you all showed up tonight before Turkey Day to hear me talk. Because this is really special because it's me and it's not a speaker. And I am going to leave, for those of you who are technical, I know that this is not in presentation mode, and I intentionally don't have it in presentation mode because you could probably see all of those tabs I have open at the top, and I'm going to be sharing all of these different tabs. So tonight we're here to learn about how to accept online payments. And you know, it's that time of year, more people shopping online, and I don't want you to miss the opportunity to sell your products or collect payments for your services. So I'm going to show you some free and easy ways to add links to any kind of thing you want to do. Now I'm already confused about which computer I'm working on here. All right. Since the guest is not here, there was one person who was supposed to show up tonight, and they're not here. So all of the rest of you all know me. You all know me well. UK, and we'll be able to everybody be able to introduce yourselves later. That UK and we have been like traveling in the same little networking groups, and we finally, even though we had some technical difficulties, we did our little one-on-one. We got it done, UK. We got it done today. You know what I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna move. Bear with me just a second again. I know where I'm gonna move so I can see you guys. I need to see who I'm talking to, and I need to make it look like I can see who I'm talking to. So if I move you guys, never mind. You'll just see me looking to the side. If I'm looking to the side, that means I'm looking at you, since I don't see it on my screen. Okay, so anyway, enough about me. You want to know more about me, book a one-on-one. Okay, tonight's agenda, we're going to talk about why should you offer online payments, the different payment options that there are, e-commerce websites. I'm going to show you a bunch of examples, and then information about how to add payment links. Depending on how much time we have, I can really get into it with some of you that if you have any other questions. Okay, let's have a discussion here. Why do you all think, unmute your mics and excuse me, even though the answers are right there, but give me your reasons of why should you offer online payments? Other than, oh, our guest is here. Maybe I need to go back to my other slide. So I'll go back to that later. So why do you think we should offer online payments? Give me some of your reasons.
Because people are used to it now since we've been in the pandemic and they do everything online, and you're leaving money on the table if people can't pull out their credit card at home.
Exactly. Now, does anybody think that is it just for products? Do you think that you should only accept online payments if you have products?
No, because I only do services. So mine goes too.
Right. For services. Anything else you can think of? How about deposits? So especially you, Kim, if you think about it, because Kim actually has products, but they are customized products. They're cakes. It's something that she has to make. So it would be good to be able to get a deposit before she actually, makes those cakes.
And I'm actually doing that.
I know, with the help of someone who helped you put it on.
Yes.
So yes, you don't want to miss any opportunity to make a sale. And then also the fact that it could be any time of the night. People are shopping, and UK is on the West Coast. He's in California. So we were just talking about the fact that I'm going to try to get on one of his calls tonight. That's 7 o'clock his time, but that's 10 My time. Oh, Diva's on the West Coast too. We are nationwide tonight. We are nationwide. And Catherine, you're new. We're gonna let everybody introduce themselves, but where are you from, Catherine? You're on mute, Catherine. I'm gonna wear a t-shirt. I'm gonna wear a t-shirt that says you're on mute.
I'm from Buffalo and you helped me get my website up from SCORE. I don't know how long ago that was. And also Eric Anderson connection. Eric Anderson?
Yeah, yes. Welcome back. Wow, that's how
Thank you.
far back I reached. Awesome.
I don't remember when that was. It might have been 2015.
It could anywhere between 2009. So that's when I came back to Buffalo. So it could have been that far back. All right. Well, welcome. I'm glad you came. All right.
Thank you.
Now, let's see. Okay. So there are several payment options, and let me move my, let's see if I can move this thing out of the way and show you. This is the live site. So this is my live site. I'm not trying to miss out on any money, no way, no how. So when people ask me what forms of payment do I take? I take all forms. So here's where I accept many online payments. So I have it very clear on here so they can see all the credit card links. If they click there, it's going to take them ARBA's online payment. You could put in any amount you want to put in there. You can make it a one-time, a monthly, and check out. I make it very simple. And that's using Square's checkout. So we close that back. And then Zelle. If anyone knows about Zelle, that just requires that the other person have a bank account. You have a bank account, and it's nothing that you can actually click on. But you do want to let them know what is your Zelle information, whether it be a email or a phone number. I will tell you that my husband, with his snowplow business, he is getting people Zelle. So not missing out on that money. Square, excuse me. So from my account, if you don't have a Square account, then if you go to my website and click this link, then you will actually get up to $1,000 in credit card transactions. Don't you love marketing? What that really means is that Square takes 2.6%, 2.6% plus a dime per swipe. So basically, by using my referral link, then you're saving yourself $30 is really what it amounts to, about $30 in processing fees. But hey, money is money. Now, when I'm in my training mode, I go speed racer. I've been told I go fast. Remember that, Diva? I went so fast. So y'all stop me at any time, but I just get to going. If you have any questions, just let me know. So so that's Square. And then there's PayPal. And with PayPal, you always want to have your PayPal. I love that, paypal.me. So with PayPal, they click on that link, and if I was making a payment, but I'm not, obviously it knows that this is my account, but so it's going to ask me to sign in. But if it was somebody else, if they had a PayPal account, they could sign in, go ahead and pay me. Actually, that is the way I set that one up. Let me explain a little difference. When I first started accepting online payments, what happened? Lance fell off? Oops. I didn't even know Lance fell off. Okay. How could he be my co-host and he's falling off himself? Okay. So anywho, when I first started out accepting online payments years ago, I got to look at the chat. It looks like y'all are chatting. And I told you I'm over here like the mad scientist working on two computers. and I
Is
can't.
it a business account, the PayPal? Are all of these like business accounts with your LLC?
You do not have, well, let me start with PayPal. PayPal, you do not have to have a business account. PayPal originally started with eBay. Actually, that's how far back it goes. That PayPal was the processor for eBay, and it you did not have to have a business account to have PayPal. And PayPal was a way that you could send money to your family or friends, and they didn't do any charges. So this is how I currently have this PayPal link. Let me slow down a little bit. If you are processing payments as a business, then you have to pay transaction fees with PayPal, okay? But if you are transacting with friends or family or someone else who has a PayPal account, the way you can get away with that is by having them transfer from their PayPal to your PayPal. So it's not using credit cards, it's using PayPal balance. Does that make sense?
I've never used the PayPal balance. I've just put the money in my account in 3 days.
Yeah, if you want to avoid, well, from a purchaser standpoint, if you are making a payment to someone using PayPal, you don't pay the fees. The merchant gets stuck with the fees. So if you're paying somebody $100 through PayPal, if you're not say somebody, I'll make it easier. If you're paying me $100 through PayPal, you're only paying $100, but I only get about $97. Okay, does that make sense? But
Yes.
if you have $100 in your PayPal account and you send it to my PayPal account instead of using a credit card, then there's no fees.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
So that's an aha right there. So that's what this account is. The PayPal.me, I have this one is for only if you're sending money from your PayPal account. Actually, you know what? There's one that I should have showed. I may show that later. It's with my sorority, and we set it up that way for donations. Okay. So Square is, go ahead, question? No, okay. So Square is the one that I use primarily now to accept credit cards, okay? A credit or debit. Actually, Square, I can accept credit, debit, and ACH now. And that's the one that I used for doing all of my invoices, my subscription payments, everything. And then we have Cash App. Who has Cash App? Who uses Cash App, right? All right. If you don't know about Cash App, you should. Again, my husband is a beneficiary of Cash App because people were stuck in the snow and they would call him and he would say, Cash App me, and Cash App of it. He come dig him out the snow. I know UK and Diva, you don't know nothing about that snow, but I'm telling you. We just got through it here in Buffalo.
And
all right.
What's more, I don't want to know about
it. Okay. And then finally there's Stripe. Now Stripe is mainly a processor that's used with a lot of e-commerce websites, membership sites. It's oops, I just dropped my mouse. It's mainly used a lot with if you already are using some other kind of system, because that's where they've really made their stance. I use them all. I have in some way, I use them all. And I'll show you the differences of why I do. And I made some kind of comments here a PayPal account is required. So that the downfall of PayPal, the good and the bad of PayPal is it requires the purchaser to have a PayPal account, but that's the only one besides Cash App. So Cash App and PayPal, both of those require the purchaser to already have an account if you want to get away with not having to pay fees. Yes, Diva.
And I want to say, I understand that piece, but to let people know, when you're buying things that you're not sure about, like buying stuff online, you're not sure, I always use PayPal because PayPal will go get your money back.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's important to me. If I try something out and I'm not sure about it and I don't get the stuff, PayPal will go get my money back.
I agree. Thank you for that, because I've been seeing a lot of little off. This is the time of year for it too. All of these offers coming out, and I tend to use PayPal when I'm not sure and I'm feeling kind of sketchy about where I'm making that purchase. Lance.
Yeah. I think the other side needs to be expressed here too. First of all, I'm a big Stripe fan. Stripe was actually created as a replacement for PayPal. Then you
Yep.
guys need to understand, PayPal is no longer an American company. They moved their headquarters over to the Netherlands so they don't have to obey US banking laws.
But
Which
I didn't think
means-
Stripe was either. I thought Stripe is a non-US as well.
Last I heard, but and some people have some issues with Stripe too.
Right.
But with PayPal, they tried to screw me out of $18,000. Okay, so and then when I looked up what was going on, I found out I was by far not the only one. By them not being U.S. based, they are not privy to the banking law, so they can do whatever they want to do. They can hold your money, they can freeze it, they can do whatever they want, and there's no getting to them. Also, what you guys said about being able to get your money back as a customer, as a buyer, understand that's a very big benefit. But as a business person, that's horrible, because PayPal always takes the buyer's side. And you have all these situations where people are selling starter jackets and sneakers and all this money and whatnot. And then people get the shipment and then they contact PayPal or their credit card company and say, no, we never got it. And PayPal takes the buyer's side. So the vendors get screwed, okay,
Yeah.
especially in the holiday season.
Well,
okay?
I will tell you this. I have been a PayPal user for over 20 years.
Mhm.
And I mean, me personally, I haven't had an issue. And I will tell you that on the merchant side, and which you would think would be the most difficult for web design, I had a customer dispute and got the money reversed for paying me for a website. But then when I proved, because I had all my email documentation showing that this is what she asked for, this is what I delivered, this is what she agreed to, all of that, PayPal gave me my money back. So,
hopefully I was part of the impetus that made them do that, because they didn't do that for me. I showed all the proof, I showed the documentation, everything, and they still went with the buyer.
okay.
So maybe they're better now.
We're gonna keep it positive. Okay. So
And what about Zelle?
I have Zelle right there.
I didn't hear you talk about it though.
Because you dropped off.
Oh, okay.
You fell,
All right.
you fell off the face.
Okay.
My co-host fell off. Basically, what I was saying about Zelle is Zelle requires the customer has to also have a bank account. You have to have a bank account in order to do Zelle. But Zelle is great for not incurring fees. Yes, Diva.
Okay,
Mhm.
I use Zelle as well, both on, both ends of it. Just be mindful that Zelle and Wells Fargo just got in trouble for something they did. I didn't really understand what they did wrong, but people lost a little money, so just pay attention. But that's any company, so I'm still using them, but just pay attention, that's all.
Mhm.
Yes. I think what the overall theme is that accepting payments online has its risk. That's, That's as clear. But sometimes so does accepting cash, because you can get some funny money, too. So oh, anywho, okay. So those are the payment options that we just went through. Now, when do you need an e-commerce website? A lot of people think or get talked into thinking that they have to purchase an e-commerce website when they don't, because e-commerce websites are much more expensive than a normal website. The hosting fees is much more expensive. So e-commerce is the buying and selling of goods or services on the internet and the transfer of money to execute these transactions. That's the Wikipedia or wherever I got that definition. My definition is, if you are selling services, you do not need an e-commerce website. But if you have many products or options, you should have an e-commerce website. And I just put here some of the common ones that are out there. And, a lot of times people get caught into, even though eBay is not an e-commerce website, but a lot of people sell, their products and services on there. Now, the thing about, if you do get an e-commerce website, there's a lot that goes into it. I have worked with many of my clients, and I'll show you some examples that have e-commerce websites, and they don't realize how much is needed. We already talked about payment processors. So of course you've got to know, are you going to use Square, PayPal, or Stripe? Because you can't use Cash App or Zelle for e-commerce, because again, there's that direct connection that is needed with Zelle and Cash App. Product photos, you have to have good photos if you are having an e-commerce site. Description, for me to work with anyone that wants an e-commerce site, they need to provide the information on an Excel spreadsheet or a Word document. Now, at minimal, you have to have a file name for all of your products, the product name, the price, description, and if there's any options. That's a lot of information that people don't realize when they're trying to do a site. Then you have to know about your fees. Are you going to, what's going to be your shipping method? All kinds of shipping method. Are you going to be local, regional, national, international? Because then things change even more. And then your legal policies, because they really crack down on e-commerce sites. You have to have clear terms and conditions, privacy policy, cancellations, returns, exchanges, and refunds. The reason that a lot of people use Squarespace and Shopify, WooCommerce is the plugin that you need for WordPress. But the reason that they use a lot of these sites is because they have some of this information, they just have general or generic, that you can use. But again, business beware, because you just may think that you can use whatever general information that is on the Shopify or Squarespace, but if that doesn't really apply to your business, then you really need to take a good closer look at it. Okay. Now the fun stuff. I'm going to show you examples of how payment links are used. And let me get this out of the way. And show you how the difference between doing a payment link versus an e-commerce website, so that you can get a clearer understanding of what works best for what. First is Kim. Kim, I had to show yours. So no, that makes your mouth water when you look at what Kim's got here. Okay. So as you see, Kim has custom made sweets, desserts, and treats. Oh, I forgot to even, Carmelita's on the line too. I forgot to ask her if she could even talk. I'll find out later if Carmelita can talk. So these are custom desserts, custom products. So like we talked about earlier, it would be crazy if she tried to have an e-commerce site that had all of the variations, all of the different, quantities to make it an e-commerce site. So instead, what we did is we just have a contact page, and on here, place your order. Let us know what tasty treats you like, and she'll prepare it. So you put your information in there, then Kim will contact you, let you, give you a quote, and then they can click the pay now, and it goes straight to her Square account, Somerville Suite. They put in that, again, like I showed you before, put in that $1,000 payment,
Right.
and away they go. Also, what we did is to make it so that it wasn't so buried down in there. Like if somebody didn't know that they had to go to the contact page, we put a button right there at the top, payment, bam. So tell us, Kim, give us a little bit of your experience. How has this worked for you?
This is working out fantastic. Over the past couple of months, I've been able to secure some new customers and clients who are looking for like event planning kind of things. And this makes it really easy when they can search the website, tell me what they are interested in, and I can give them a quick quote, get a deposit through the payment plan, the payment buttons, and then to be able to work on their orders, and before they're delivered or picked up, they hit the payment button again, and we're all squared away before they even get their product.
That's right. That's right. All right. Thank you, Kim. Okay, next is, this is my mama's church. Is my mama in one of these pictures? Wait a minute. I want to see if I can show you my mama. My mama. I wasn't planning on that, but since I said that, I said, let me show you my mama. She not in those pictures. She's hiding. Oh, there she is. She's hiding. That's my mama. That's my mama right there. Oh, that's my mama. She don't like to smile, but she's a happy woman. Anyway, so this is my mama's church. And so what do churches need? Donations.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, though, instead of having the donate button go straight to Square, there's different ways they can donate. So they let people know you can donate by your debit or credit card, Cash App, Zelle. They put in the pastor's email, mail a check straight to the church. And then I even put the buttons here. So if they click on the debit or credit, First AME Church, make their donation. And if they click Cash App, now Cash App is not, this is not going to work on a desktop, but I have seen that I've learned that you can put a Cash App button, and if you're on a mobile, it'll go straight to your Cash App if you have a Cash App. All righty. Next is, she's been a long-term client of mine too, Flowers of Blessings. Again, she does beautiful floral bouquets. There's no way she can put the price of all of her bouquets and which one's on there. So on this, it's right on her homepage that we put the credit card links, make a secure online payment. They just click that. Flowers of Blessings by Brenda. Make her payment. All right. And okay, next, this is actually a site. This is when my husband and I were trying out real estate for a little while. Let me go back here to the About Us. This is our little picture. But anyway, we were doing a little bit of real estate and property management, and we needed people to be able to pay us online. So this is where you can start to get creative. The buttons I showed you before were just general buttons, so they can go there and make any payment. This one, I have it set up as a subscription. So pay your rent payment. I had somebody paying weekly. I'm like, look, whatever it takes, get your rent paid. So once they click here, and they could either pay one time or subscribe. So what that means is that if they needed to pay $125 a week, then they would put the $125 in, click on weekly, then that's it. Then it would automatically, they've signed up for a subscription, and they would, we would get their rent, their weekly rent payment. Then this one is monthly, same kind of concept, but it would automatically do it monthly. And then of course I had the other payment to make any amount of payment. They broke something, they need to pay. And then the ACH bank transfer, I had information on there so that we could get that set up. But that's irrelevant now, because now I can do it all through an invoice to do the ACH. So again, none of this is an e-commerce site. And this is another client that she during COVID, she started doing online Zumba. Child, people were missing that money. So we set up for her, she could do a single class. So this is, again, this is a specific PayPal. Click on that. Okay. Oh, it's recognizing me, but that's okay. It's recognizing me on this device. But you can see here, it says Queen City Fitness Club, and it means it would, so it is a specific amount. $3 is what it's going to charge. And that's how each of these buttons, you could set it up to be a specific price. Single class, five class pass, monthly class. All of those, if you click on it, it's coded to be exactly that price. $20, Queen City Fitness Club. All right. Any questions about any of that so far? Good. All right. And I think this is, yeah, this is the final one, events. And I think this is the classic. This is the only one. No, those last two are PayPal. So this is one when they have, whenever they have an upcoming event, then they just, this is a generic PayPal button, I believe. Yeah, so this is a generic PayPal button where they could just put in the description of what event are they paying for and the price of it, and go through PayPal. So again, those are all examples of sites that's just using payment links, and just how simple it is. And a payment link, you remember that a payment link is just that. You can add it to a website, email, your social media, anything, because it's a link. It's a link. You're just sending them directly to make that payment. All right, now let me show you why you would need an e-commerce site. Now this looks familiar, Sean, huh? This is my my brakes guy. He has, okay, first of all, he's got brake boosters, brake calipers, brake lines, brake. He's got all of these different it's easier to go down here. He's got all of these different categories. And then once you get into the categories, then you look at the specific item. Hold on, got pictures. He's got a whole lot going. This is an e-commerce site. And yes, I helped him set this up. He did all these pictures though. Basically, I showed this guy how to I set up a few items, and then he did the rest, because this was way too much work. But all of this, with a store, you need to be able to, everything may have different, he's got all these pictures. That's a whole lot going on. I'm not even gonna go through that whole site, but that's the reason why you would need e-commerce. That's one example. Second, for any of you here in Buffalo, I do recommend Swings Wings. He lives upstairs and got his little restaurant downstairs, but he makes some good wings. So again, with this site, if you order from his site, so you want to order, a pound of wings, you click order now. Now you may think, well, why couldn't that just be one button? That's because this guy's got so many options. Wing types, is it jumbo party? Do you want a regular crispy, extra crispy, ranch, blue ranch? Then, oh my God, this is what he's famous for. Look at all them flavors. Anybody hungry? So these are all the flavors. This is why you would need an e-commerce site, because he's got way too many options with that site. Then here's my other client, Dr. Will. This guy can spit out a book in a month. He's got all of these books in different categories, audio books. And so when you click on any item or any product, then it opens up and it, gives you a synopsis of the book. And then he's got other things you may also like his complimentary audio, that's an e-commerce site. Okay. And then there's mine. So with mine, with all of my different classes, I have so many different web design classes. Okay, that's my category. So prepare for a website, build a website, and then even once you choose it, then you would have to request a time that you would want this workshop, a time, your name, phone number. So again, that's the difference. That's when you would need an e-commerce site. Any questions about that? That'll blow your mind. That's what e-commerce. Okay. And finally, now how do you add payment links? I actually created a website, one of my websites. I'm going to put this in the chat so that you will all have this information. Wrong thing. How do I get get my chat back? So what I did, there we go. What I did was I researched, I found, although this is just really a more of a marketing video, but the links on here for Square, what Square is good for. Again, if you click this, you'll get my free processing offer. It should. Yep, there we go. It'll open up to get my free processing offer from there. And where am I now? I lost where I'm at. Okay, and then the setup guide will walk you through with videos how to set up your Square. Now, of course, if anybody needs help with any of this, that is obviously what my business is all about. PayPal, how to create a payment button, add a payment button, and then using PayPal.me. PayPal.me is the one where you can get the free processing. And then same thing with Stripe, getting started with Stripe. And then I talk a little bit about Zelle and Cash App. So all of this information is on this information and more is on, this is my website, the Website Depot. And this is where I have a lot of tech tips and tricks, steps to selling online, image downloads, a lot of different stuff. And that particular one is my online payment. Okay, and that's the end of my show. Any questions? Let me figure out how I can get out of stop sharing. All right, now you guys are in front of me. Now I have to look over there. Any questions, or is everybody going like? All right. Well, now the fun part. We're going to start doing some networking because there is definitely some new faces I see here, and I'm so happy. So we're going to start with my members. And so Carmelita, Carmelita's before Kim. Are you able to talk, Carmelita?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. And I'm Carmelita. I'm Inspav is the name of the company, a marketing company. And I'm a writer, so we will be distributing my inspirational, artistic, and cultural works with my words on them. And they will be in stores, via on mail, retail, through the snail mail, online. Excuse me, you all, I'm not feeling too good right now. You caught me in the middle of just a moment. I'm trying to get my words together here. I'm sorry about that.
I'm
Uh,
sorry.
Yeah,
Carmelita
I
had
was
full knee
middle
replacement.
of that moment, and I was like, well, I said, I'm glad she's not asking me anything right now. As soon as I was, and then I said, oh God. So, but yeah, I'm a marketing company. I'm a writer, and Arbor is working with me now actually on my website to get my artistic and cultural works out. They will be, it will be my original words on apparel, hoodies, t-shirts, cups, mugs, things like that, posters, and other variety of items.
Yes. And
Sorry.
Carmelita's one that like I said, when we started working on her website, it was looking like the Uline products. She had, I said, we've got to simplify this. She offers a lot, but I'm looking forward to getting her website up. Thank you, Carmelita.
You're welcome, Arbor.
I'm praying you feel better.
I am too. I really am too.
Okay.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And next is Kimberly.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kimberly Somerville. I'm the baker and owner of Somerville Sweets, Desserts and Treats. This is a busy, busy time of the year for me. The pain that I can help people with is as you're preparing your meals for the holidays with families and friends and gatherings, you cook all the food, but you don't have time to make dessert. Call me. That's what I'm here for. Just today, I think I made 3 half-sheet Thanksgiving Day cakes, 12 pumpkin pies, 10 sweet potato pies,
Wow.
as well as a horde of other different kind of treats that I'm finishing up tonight because all the pickups are tomorrow. And
Wow.
the biggest thing for us is that, I value my customers and I'm satisfying my customers and getting them to be repeat customers and refer their friends and families is what I'm all about. So when you think of sweets and you're planning your next party or event or corporate event, or just a family gathering or a Sunday dinner, call me because you and your guests will love every single bite.
And we are working on trying to figure out how to ship
Yes,
Kim, because I
definitely.
know lots of people have asked about that. So that's the next big step for Kim. Please remember, put your information in the chat as you introduce yourself. Put your info in the chat. And next, coming around to Lance.
Okay, caught me by surprise. I was muted. All right. Okay, my name is Lance T. Walker. I'm the managing director at mybetterbuffalo.com, which is the place to be for businesses in Western New York that want to be seen and shown as top-notch in their industry. Specializing in AI-driven videos for business people who hate creating videos.
Yes, and my testimony to Lance is he did the Facebook. Actually, part of his program is the Facebook advertising. And before the snow hit, I kept saying, Lance, for my husband's snowplow, I said, Lance, this Facebook advertising ain't working. This Facebook advertising ain't working. Boy, when that snow hit, my husband was getting calls from Facebook, my sorority, from where else was he saying? Google. They was calling him everywhere. So I was like, Lance, no more.
Yeah. You probably hire some more people, but you need more plows.
Yeah, we ain't trying to do employees at this point. All right, next come around to Diva.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I am Deborah Thorne, the Information Diva. I'm an author, coach, trainer, speaker, and I love to say the proud host of the Leverage Conference for speakers, authors, and entrepreneurs, which will be in our 5th year beginning next November. And Arbor was one of our speakers, and she did you guys really proud. She did an awesome job. I'll put my contact information in the chat.
Thank you. And Adiva is also a member of the women's group that I'm with, and it's all a part of the big umbrella of Network Lead Exchange. So I'll talk about Network Lead Exchange a little bit later, but it's a big organization. And so, you know, we've got different chapters, and she's one of the chapter owners. I forgot, I've got to say that right. Chapter owners with the women's group. Okay, next come around to Maurice. You're on mute.
My name is Maurice Smith. I'm the owner of ReclaimLeads.com. What we do currently, we'll take your website visitors and turn them into retargeting emails in real time. So it's my goal for everybody. You obviously want your business so you can live very well from it. The problem with that is that internet marketing or traffic is expensive, and paid ads is expensive. As you want a way to leverage some of that traffic, and that's what we do. We'll take that. 97% of a website's visitors won't return or come back to that website. So we are able to capture that, target those lost visitors and turn them into retargeting emails in real time, where you can then mark it up and follow up with them with your product or service.
Thank you. And one of the things that that I want you all to know, as the leader of this group, I gotta try everything. So so I'm working with Maurice also, and I'm trying out his program. I'm the only one that's kind of dragging my feet a little. I think I'm gonna finish that up tonight, Maurice.
Yeah, take your time. There's no rush. There's no rush.
That's what you're talking about.
Take your time.
No, don't say that. I want to reclaim them leads, because I want to be able, just like with Lance, you know, it's like I want to be able to try something, and then the best testimony. I'm a good, I keep saying I'm a paid actor. Remember,
Yeah.
but anyway, so I know how to promote something if it's working. So that's why I want to do this, and
But if anybody has at least 1,000 visitors coming to your website, we can up to 1,000. We can probably turn those into like 300 to 400 leads that you can follow up with in real time. And there's a free trial. You can go to the website and we can get you set up for a free trial. So.
All right, I'm gonna work on with you, Maurice, about saying that free. But
No, that's it. It's free trial.
Limited. It's a limited.
125 leads is free. We give you that 125 leads.
Okay. Okay. Cool. All right, Sean.
Hi, my name is Sean Atkinson. I am a brand and marketing strategist. I help people build brand awareness and find their target audience so they can, similar to what Maurice does, get their leads and turn them into actual sales.
Awesome. Did you already put your information?
No. I was reaching for it when you called my name, so I said let me answer first.
Okay, good. All right, and Catherine.
Hi.
Catherine, you were
Mute myself? Oh, I was trying not to make noise. Hi, I'm Catherine Luxfeld Siriani, and I realized that I made a typo in my thing in the with my link in the chat, so I will fix that.
Okay.
I am the owner of the Fashion and Design Workshop. I run workshops for fashion design and creative arts and upcycling. And internationally, I have a Paris Fashion Workshop in Hawaii and in Massachusetts and in Italy, which they're on the horizon. I have only done the ones in Nantucket, Massachusetts twice, but I'm in the beginning of this whole website thing. I had a website with GoDaddy and I've shifted it. So I'm starting again, and this was like, oh, this is so perfect, because I also I teach sewing. I'm a sewing coach. So if you know someone who has a sewing machine in a box, I have a special for the holidays. Take it out of the box. And I have an hour of just going through your machine and getting to know it and using it and having a lot of fun with it.
I may need to connect you with Delavan Grider Center. Are you familiar with that? Because
Yes, I used to live in North Buffalo, but I married somebody from a different part of town.
okay, because Delavan Grider has a very active seniors group. And they've already got all of the sewing machines and everything. And
Really?
yeah, because they were those sewing machines were actually in the computer lab that I work in. And because I do the computer workshops, I was like, what's all these sewing machines? And so that's when we found out, whatever. But one last thing, because I'm still trying to jog my memory. Now, you said you attended, did you attend a workshop that I did with a lot of people? Or
No, I went to SCORE. I made an appointment. I went to you at SCORE because I had seen you prior at the Small Business Association's eight things that may die.
uh-huh.
And I did that, and I forget what it's called. It was the Small Business Association, kind of start your own business.
Right.
And then what else there was? Oh, and then because of that connection, you had my email.
Right.
And you sent me emails in regard to Eric Anderson.
Right.
And I just spent today just reading, I'm still kind of snowed in, so I have spent today reading I've saved them all for a really long time, but I'm very bad at email. So I was reading them and I read a couple of yours and I popped up and went, oh, I need that today. And it was like, oh, it's today. So here I am. So I'm
Thank
thrilled to
you.
be here. This has been so incredibly useful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And my new friend, UK, like the United Kingdom. See, I learned how to say his name. Don't ask me to say your last name.
Obasi.
There you go.
Thank you for inviting me. A lot of knowledge, a lot of knowledge. This is definitely a new area for me. You know, things I've been pondering. I think sit later and get to know a little bit more about. I know I need to have some of them. You know, I am currently located in Culver City, California. That's where my office is. And we do financial services. You know, I know there's a lot of people that say financial services, financial advisors and everything like that. But me personally, I'm more into educating our people. There's just lack of education on how money works. And it's pretty easy and pretty simple, you know, but we just don't have the time to do that. It's just unfortunate that a lot of us go through life finding out at the last minute what we should have done 10, 20 years ago.
Mhm.
You know, worked corporate America for over 35 years. I've been a CPA, I've been an accountant, but still, I'm still learning because there's still some aspect of the business that is totally and completely new. So if you think that you know everything, you're really not helping yourself, you know. So I'm open to learning. So I just like to share as much information. So we have a lot of educational webinar and it's normally free, but people also find value because I personally believe I have to be a person of value in order to pass on value. And how can I do that? I can only do that by opening myself to learn, read. Self-development is the key for me, you know.
Mhm.
A lot of stuff that I learned in college, I'm not using, but a lot of things that I've read to improve myself, I'm using. So to me, that is more important.
Yeah. So UK, do you have a website that people can get more information?
I don't have, that's what I was talking about. I don't have a personal website. I do leverage a platform that give us access to a lot of stuff. Like, I don't know whether you're familiar with Valuetainment. You know, Valuetainment is like a YouTube channel that just do educational webinars and do a lot of interview with who is in the industry. And they, when you listen to those, it's like pre-recorded. Is the CEO of the company that I'm leveraging with. So I get so much knowledge from that. But like I told you, I'm more interested in personal branding, you know, and building a personal website, because I know that people have a corporate website, right?
Mhm.
But businesses go and, you know, it goes up and down. But when you have your own personal website, as I've learned, it stays with you. That's who you are. You
Right.
know, and some people do certain things in business, but their passion is something else. I'm in financial services because I'm not a salesperson, right? But
Mhm.
I love building communities. I love helping my communities. If I can use the money from the money I'm making, then I go there and do my life, what I consider my life purpose, which is in education. I help people build schools, do stuff like that. Now,
Right.
I'm not going to talk about that in financial services, but my personal website probably going to do something.
Well, I'm gonna get a nap, and then I'm gonna get on your call at 10 o'clock tonight. And then I'll have something to help you out with with your personal brand, your personal site.
Oh, thank you. And oh, by the way, I just read something today. It says that if you take a nap 3 times in a week, you reduces your blood pressure by 37%, that they tend to live longer, that there's no, and for, that is for, on the average, but for male, 68% doubles. So there's no medication out there, right? That
Uh-huh.
can reduce your blood pressure 68%, but taking a nap 20 to 60 in a day,
Uh-huh.
during the day, can really, so I recommend napping. That's the best medication
Well,
for you.
I tell you what, my husband is gonna live forever because I have to wake him up to go to bed. So now here's the last thing I'm gonna say, because it's 6 o'clock, and this is a joke that only I think yeah, Kim, Carmelita, and Lance will know this joke. Who is that Arbus clone? You better identify yourself, or I'm gonna kick you off this call. Come on, you got 10 seconds. Identify yourself.
That's probably your other computer.
Oh, Diva, you too smart.
Girl, because if not, you should have kicked him out a long time ago. So, yeah.
And you're also a co-host.
But yeah, that's the joke, because I think I kicked Carmelita off of a call one time because she logged in and it just said iPhone. And I said, who's iPhone? I need to know who iPhone is. And off, I was like, you got to go. But anyway, everybody, this has been awesome. Whenever I can just be myself, and myself is crazy. Myself and my clone are both crazy. But I like to you know, share knowledge and technology. And I think technology is fun, you know, that's what I like to do. So I invite you all, if this has been your first time visiting Vision Doers, you can visit us again as a guest, and then hopefully you will consider becoming a member. And if you're interested in membership, then just drop me a line, or yeah, just send me an email. All of y'all know my email, and I'll, you know. But I wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving. Thank you. Sean already beat me to it. And we're in any other questions? I guess there wasn't any other questions, comments, or whatever. Thank you all again. Have a happy Thanksgiving. See you next
You
time.
too.
Happy
All right.
Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Good night.
All right. Good night. Oop, wrong computer.